All right. So you know who I am. I'm of course the one and only John Doe. And I really hope that I know you too if you're watching this. Because this is for the second channel. And it's more, we talk about real stuff here. And it's a bit more relaxed. So of course, we are drinking with a Marxist. So what are we drinking today? Well, the old standard. Chuhais. Let's crack this bad boy open. If you have a drink right now, it's time. 1, 2, 3. Crack it open. Alright. Okay, so as always, a salute to comrades, proletarians, and the working class worldwide. Cheers to all of you. Man, I have to tell you. Now the summer's here in Tokyo. There's nothing like being outside on a nice sunny day when you ain't got any work. I can chill and talk to all of you and have a tasty one with you. So yeah, let's get on to the topic at hand here we're going to discuss, right? A revolutionary sexual harassment policy. Now, sexual harassment typically is a very, very complex issue, and it's not cut and dry. It's not black and white. And it really depends on the individuals and what's going on with them, the context surrounding the situation, what exactly happened. It's very difficult, But to say, just because of those challenges, that we should not tackle it and face it, well, that's of course bullshit. But what is even more bullshit when it comes to developing a true revolutionary sexual harassment policy to follow for an organization is that I noticed something. This is not coming from just something recent. This is coming from my experience, what I've seen and what I've dealt with, in the past. That's the pizza guy driving by. Anyways, is that often, the workers, the proletariat, will fall into this trap of just going along with bourgeois standards for dealing with sexual harassment. That is, of course, incorrect thinking, because our class operates and understands things very differently from the bourgeois. And if you just go by automatically, without even questioning it or thinking about it, a bourgeois so-called guidelines for sexual harassment, those guidelines, of course, serve the interest of their class. And those guidelines and policies obviously are not in line and do not serve the interest or the experiences of the proletariat class, the working class. So it's really, really a bad way to go. Because often, as all of us have seen, bourgeois standards for dealing with sexual harassment are often used as a weapon to attack others for personal gain and personal reasons. And often when you look at these type of policies, they don't really tackle the issue of sexual harassment. It's like putting a band-aid on a very complex issue. So to really develop a true revolutionary idea of tackling and dealing with sexual harassment is, instead of automatically using bourgeois standards for this issue as a model, to deal with things, it's clear that it would be highly more effective to develop a new standard based on what the workers and the proletariats actually feel and think about this, and how they really want to go about it, and where all genders are represented and all their voices are fully heard completely, and everyone listens sincerely, regardless of how emotional or passionate someone may speak. Do not write them off. I mean that. Listen to them intently and sincerely. Hear them out. and their concerns and their worries and what they would like to see develop in a sexual harassment policy. So we, the proletariat, ourselves, can deal with this contradiction in society, and we can develop a policy that truly helps not only tackle sexual harassment, but further the cause of creating gender equality among our own class. Because before we can tackle it as a society, we must deal with it amongst our own class first. And we cannot use bourgeois standards. They're a different class than us. They don't understand what we really go through. And they do not understand how we actually feel about it. So that's really what I wanted to say, is that we should reject bourgeois standards for sexual harassment. And we should develop on our own, through forming committees and having open discussions, our own idea of how we will move forward in dealing with this issue. So of course, leave some comments below. I really want to hear people's opinion on this one because it's a hot issue and it can be quite complex. But I really want to hear what you have to say based on what I've said. How to have a revolutionary sexual harassment policy to help tackle this contradiction, and ultimately we can defeat sexism in society. And of course, as always, you've been drinking with a Marxist.